Hello, my name is Paul Amarachi. I would educate us today on one environmental problem we have in Africa. Generally, in Africa, we have several environmental problems, and that's posed a challenge to human activities and lives. Today, we'll be talking about flooding. Flooding usually occur when we have excessive water on a ground or a land where it usually used to be dry on a normal day. These don't just occur, but because of our climatic condition in Africa, basically in the tropics, because of the rainfall we have, and usually most times double maxima or single maxima in some cases. We have several types of flooding. I've been mentioning for here. We have the river flooding, whereby the amount of water in the river exceeds the river banks. Second kind of flooding we have is the coastal flooding. It's a process whereby the amount of water in the coast covers the dry land surrounding the coast. The third one we have is the sea surge, where the amount of water in the sea increases abnormally and moves above the coastal tide. And the fourth one is what we are interested in this morning. The fourth one is the inland flooding. Inland flooding is also known as urban flooding. Wow, very interesting. Most of us live in the urban areas, although it's also targeted to meet the rural areas. In the urban areas, due to our activities, due to the structures you've put in place, has led to flooding in one way or the other. Let's look at the causes of flooding in the urban area. The first cause of flooding in the urban area is deforestation, cutting down of trees to erect buildings, industries, and all. While we've done all these, we've forgotten that trees serve as a barrier to fast movement of water. However, because we lack this in the urban area, there's flooding most times in the urban area. Secondly, because of the kind of structures we've put in place, like the road structure. The road structure is usually made of is made of coal tar and bitumen. When we have heavy rainfall, this water will be unable to be drained or infiltrated into the soil, and it therefore leads to runoff. And when it turns to runoff, it causes flooding in some areas. Thirdly, we could also look at it in buildings, around buildings. Some people use interlocking tiles in their house, and when rain falls and it falls consecutively, the soil gets saturated and have no space anymore to take more water. And when this occurs, it leads to runoff and then flooding. Fourthly or fifthly, sorry, any of them, it is also caused by when we dump refuse into the channel. Most people, or let me say some people, usually neglect that idea, or they are just ignorant about it. They dump their refuse into the channel, and then when rain falls heavily, it packs these dirt and their own waste into one side of the channel, and then leads to flooding over time. We could look at solutions to this problem. First thing, we need to enlighten the public that dumping of refuse into channels is bad. Secondly, we need good architects and good land constructors to make good river or drainage channel for easy movement of water. Thirdly, we need to do reforestation, or we need to replant plants. We need to replant trees so that it will reduce the fast movement of water. And finally, we need to start running pipes into our interlocking tiles so that whenever the soil is already saturated with water and it wants to move as runoff, it drains into these pipes and then moves down to the river channel. I hope I have educated you today. Please keep our environment clean and stop dumping your refuse in the river channel. Thank you.